Okay. Hello, everybody. How's it going today? So, today is Citadel's, probably the most anticipated patch of the year. And so we are up and running. It took them a little bit longer than expected, but that's okay. I'd rather have quality over timeliness, especially when it can affect us so much if things screw up. So, now, let's see here. We're going to go over a lot of the stuff today from the new, from the Citadel patch, and including, I don't know if I can buy a Citadel BPO today or not. I don't even know how much they're going to be.
Welcome
We'll see.
to the Dragons.
We shall see. So Tyler is rock, and Mikhail KPV, thank you for following. Welcome. And Snowflake Hunter just resubbed for 3 months in a row. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Let me give everybody here 30 gold in honor of Snowflake Hunter resubbing. So thank you. I appreciate that extended support. So 670 and 1200. Okay, well, I can afford the 6. Okay. So we're gonna we are going to let Ronosunden confirm he is a dragon. So, welcome, dragons getting gold, huh? Buying BPOs in Jita might be a bad idea right now. It may be. But we're going to look at that. So the first order of business, I'm noticing in chat, you guys are hollering about something that's happened that I don't know if it was on any of the lists anywhere. Check your home station, because it may have been reset. And let's see. My home system is fine. So that's fine on him. Let's see, I got another character here. We'll bring him up. I'm suffering some problems from FPS, I got to tell you guys. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but just barely getting 30. So, okay. Let's see here. Home system. Yeah, his got reset. So one got reset, another didn't. Go figure. I have no idea where that's at. Okay. Well, I can't set it again until I'm there. I don't want to. You don't want to set it remotely. You can only do that once a year. So, not likely I'm going to die in a Tengu, but you know. So, yeah, I'm sure that there's some stuff that broke that we don't know about. I know that I ended up clearing my cache, trying to get my frame rates up. And I got to say that I had 36 gigs of data in my cache and 111,000 files. So, go figure. My GPUs are crying. Yes, so, yeah, I am monitoring my GPUs right now. I know you guys can't see that very well because the resolution's not, because of the resolution I'm broadcasting at. But basically what this says, this is my 980 Ti, which is the monitor that I'm showing you. And I'm at just under 4 gigabytes of memory used. I think it has 6. And my GPU temperature is 91 Celsius. And my fan speed is 93%. Meaning that it thinks it's pretty hot. Oh, my GPU load is 99%. Holy shit. Man, the next generation of GPUs need to come out. So, am I going to build a Citadel? Yes, I am. I do not know. Look at that. Now I'm down to 19. Okay, is there anything extra I can turn off here on these? GPU load of 99% is not good. Here I'm, come on. Stupid Windows being helpful. Interesting, my 980 only has, I have a 980 Ti and a 980. My 980 only has 22% load. Yeah, I think that there's something going on, and I don't know what it is, but you know, I'm at 20 frames a second. Now, granted, I mean, I've got it going across these two monitors here. They're both 4K monitors.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So, you know, that could be part of it. So, and let's see if this works here.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Yeah, so there's both monitors across the bottom. And so, kind of interesting, huh? You can see a little tearing in the middle of it. That's where the monitors meet. It's kind of weird. They don't. I've got matching cables. I got matching cards and everything. One just sends the data just a little bit faster than the other. So, okay. So, home system. That's important to you. You don't want to check that. So, here, this one's getting 34. Okay, so let's undock. I'm at Jita. Let's undock and let's see what the frame rate's like. Now I know that I'm pushing my system here. I'm not pushing my CPU. My CPU load's just fine. I was getting higher before the patch. You know, I was getting high 30s in this configuration. So okay, so now getting 20 here, 30. Oh, but look at that chop, man. Woo! Alright, so this is on the new camera. And so let's try switching over to the old camera and see if that helps. Not really changing it so much. It is giving me a different view, but it's not really changing it so much. So, yeah, maybe Jita's not a good place to test, too. Ooh, that was a noise. I didn't know what that was. Interesting. Okay, so, yeah, it's, I would call this rough. Now, granted, I'm at 4K as well and everything, so, but, oh, okay, let's dock back up. That's just no fun.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Try turning off HDR. Yes, let me turn off HDR. I think I have HDR on. So, display and graphics. Puts a great stress on graphics cards. Okay. Oh, look at that. We've had some increase. Let's undock again. See what happens. So that got me an increase of 10 to 15%. And what is my GPU load at? Still 99%. I'm just starting to think that, you know, part of the stuff is that graphics cards, you know, the 980 Ti is just about the most powerful that's that's on the market right now. There is the one other Titans. The Titans are more brute force and not necessarily as fast. And brute force in this case would help because my GPU load is 99%. So, temperature's cooled down just a little bit on my fan. I bet you it's really buzzing. So, but I'm, you know, you can see my FPS going all over the place here. It's just, you know, it's not happy with itself. Okay, well.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Graphics setting cache will, when turned off, usually allow for less utilization of GPU load. Okay, we'll take a look at it. So resource cache. Enabling resource cache might improve performance at the cost of memory. Okay, well, I'm not at max memory. So let's turn that off and see what happens. I'm still at 99%. Okay. So we'll set that aside for now. Let's look on the marketplace. I think that the marketplace is going to have the Citadel stuff. Well, it looks like I have a customer order that's come in. Okay, so these are Citadel tokens. These are different than, let's see, do I have to, where do I look to buy a BPO? Citadel. Yeah, I'm just having really sloppy graphics here. Let me kill this other account that's in the background, even though it was minimized. Let me just kill it. We'll just have one account up and running here. Got us another 5% or so. GPU load still 99%. Suppose I can turn the graphics down. Yeah, I do not have SLI in here. So there are two different cards, and so they are not SLI'd together. Okay, so Alright, Citadel blueprints. Why when I search for Citadel, it didn't come up? Because they don't have the word Citadel in them. Imagine that. Okay, so keep stars, 700 million. Okay. The Forza, which is, I mean, these go like medium, large, extra large. So the Forza is 70 million, and then 6 million for this. 6 billion, I mean, billion. And do I have enough funds? I do not. I do not have enough funds. I'd have to sell some stuff. So, but I do think that I want to do that. So let's see here. Well, you know, this could all still, I can't 100% blame it on the patch, because this could all still be me just figuring out what's optimal on my system. So, and I'm considering disconnecting the second output that that gives me this you know, view here of both monitors. I'm considering ditching that second output. That will reduce load on my video. Because in essence, what I'm doing is I'm sharing out this monitor. So this monitor's running at 4K, and then I'm mirroring it out via HDMI to the other machine at 4K as well. And it's running another monitor. So just buy a BPC instead. Yeah, so, well, and let's see, let's see if there's even any out there on the market yet. I doubt there is. Do you think anybody's got any on the market yet? Let's look. Did I spell that right? Yeah, nobody's been able to make a copy yet. So, yeah. I tend to buy 30-day construction base time on BPO. Which means tying it up that long. Well, this actually, this one says 5 days. And here's all the components required to build. Let's see how much that costs. So right now it's 2.4 billion. That'll go down. Yeah. That's for the small one. So, you know, and the small is all I want. So I will be putting up a small for myself. Video's frozen for you. Refresh. So, oh, the Keepstar also needs Marines and janitors. I didn't know that. That's funny. So these prices here, these are all things that I think are kind of new stuff. So, or the market's just gone crazy on them. It'll steady out. So it will steady out. Okay. So for the moment, I'm not buying a BPO. I don't have the money. So I will, though, probably buy a BPO for a small, and I will probably start building them at one point. I don't know. So we'll see. But what I'll do is I'll buy a copy here when one comes up, and if it's at a reasonable price, I don't know what a reasonable price would be. I'd say under 200 million. I mean, on first day. Yeah. I will be building a Citadel. It's going to take a lot longer than just this show to do something like that. So, well, the BPOs will be for sale all the time. And so what we'll do on this here is, let's view it in industry. And so it's basically estimating that the cost here is going to be 1.9 billion, 2 billion, and that there's no estimate on how much this is going to cost. And so market details, which means that they're going to be for sale in here, and that people are already bidding to buy. It'll be 5 days before anybody can buy one that's already manufactured. I will build my own probably. And so we're looking at 5 days before anybody can get in there. Now, there's the material optimization, which is this upper one here. I'm turning it all the way up to 10. And so that's going to give me a 10% discount on material costs, or on manufacturer Let's see here. Decreases the input material requirements. Actually, it's not going to do shit. And here's why. Because it takes one of each one of these. And so you're going to have to build... See, even at 9 of them, the only thing it's reducing is this right here. Yeah, so you have to go time efficiency 2, and then can you build them cheaper if you do a 30-day run of them? So 12. These still are all 12. Yeah. I don't know that you can... how much savings you can get on this. It's kind of interesting. So... so there's
Welcome
researching
to the Dragons.
the costs. Oh, to go to 10 is 594 days. Holy shit. Yeah. Only 2 years. And then the time. See, this one's only 5 hours and you get a 2% increase in build time. There'll be some people that'll do that before they fire it off. 557 days to get a 20% time reduction. So, that's a long time. Fa, just resubbed. 6 months in a row. Thank you, Fa. I appreciate that support. How long was that? 6 months in a row? 60 gold to everybody here in Fa's honor. Thank you, buddy. So... and the job cost on this is going to be pretty significant, I think. So this doesn't tell you what it's going to cost here, but I suspect that you're going to be out at least $1 billion in the research. So, okay. Did I miss any other resubs? Making sure I didn't. Hey, let me bring up YouTube chat. I forgot to bring up YouTube chat. I suspect. Shush. No talking. That was me talking on there, yeah. Okay, so welcome everybody on YouTube. Yeah, so, and we are at 1440p on YouTube, so you can see this in higher detail. I expect the store is going to be pretty busy today, too. Take me just a moment here, taking care of this customer. Okay, so thank you to whomever just purchased from the store. On these, I would totally say material efficiency is important, and because, or not time efficiency is important. The material, not so much, because it requires just one of the items of most of them, and so you're not going to save very much money. So, okay, let's see here. Take me just another minute here. So here, I'll show you here. It only takes one of these. The only efficiency you're going to get is maybe in this portion right here, which is 11 billion on 9 of them. And so if we if we move up the material efficiency here, it takes it down to 11 billion. It literally only removes one. It's not really worth it. So Sorry, I'm still helping this customer here at the same time. Yeah, only and go in the first portion of it. You just take it a step at a time. You probably what you do is you research just a little bit. You can only get 2 or 3 levels of time efficiency in 30 days, so you can't get very far. And you'll have to do it in sections because if it goes over 30 days, you can't up it another notch as well. Hey, I gotta call a customer here real quick. So,
Welcome to the Dragons.
I believe.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Hey, just saying it, I don't need to call him. I just need to document something. Okay. So, hey, good to go. Sorry about that. Store's been extra busy the last few days with all the Citadel stuff. What's the max tickets you can put into the raffle? I think it's 999,999. I don't think anybody has that many. Okay, so getting back to the whole Citadel building stuff, you can't. There's not too much to worry about with it. I would totally recommend doing time efficiency at the start. You won't be able to run that many. First one is 5 hours, and see, let's see, 13 days. No, 3. You could get up to level 7 in 41 days. Yeah, I would really recommend probably doing a level or 2, firing off a couple of copies so that you can use it, because it ties this up for the whole time. So 7 in 41 days, and then it goes 98, 234, and then 557. So
Welcome to the
crazy.
Dragons.
Okay. So, not going to be able to buy one of those today. I may buy one. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to minimize this search so that maybe a blueprint will show up later. I have the ability on this character to build these. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Are there any requirements on industry? Doesn't tell me. So it's mass. It's what, 3,000 or 3 billion? Okay. How much is it when it's not deployed? Or is that what creates the tokens? Because I saw the tokens out here too for sale. Under these tokens, like, give rights to... We're going to have to get into that. Okay, so maybe some of that will be answered as we go through the stuff in the change log. Hey, Alpha Wave. Thanks for resubbing. 6 months in a row. Everybody give it up for Alpha Wave. Resubbing 6 months in a row. 60 gold to all of you here in celebration of that continued support. Thank you. Need outpost construction to build a citadel. Okay, well, I have that. So... Okay, so they are allowed in high-sec. They're just not allowed in trade hub systems. They're not allowed in trade hub systems like Jita, Amar, Dodixie, Renz. They're also not allowed in newbie systems, new player systems, new player spawn systems. They're also not allowed in the is it Cosmos systems? We'll see. It's in one of the updates. So, okay, let's look at these now, and so here's the patch notes for this, and we're just going to go through these items. We're gonna see if we can check out as many of these as possible during the show. We won't be able to check out everything, but you'll all learn a lot from this for sure. Oh, and hey, we got 248 viewers. We got to do a drawing here too. So. Exclamation point ticket space 1 will get you in on the drawing for a brand new account for Eve, plus one of the content packs. Skirmisher, Colonist, Explorer, or Industrialist. They come with items to get you started in that area, plus comes with 750 Aurum. It's worth about 25 bucks. Exclamation point coupon in Twitch chat, or it's in the description in YouTube. There is... links there where you can get a coupon code, save yourself a few bucks if you need new accounts like this, or, you know, other stuff like Plex or Aurum. So a lot of people have been buying Plex today. Okay, so while you guys are getting that going, I'm gonna write it up, and then we're gonna go over a couple of the items here, and then we'll do a draw. So. Been a little while since I gave some stuff away. Went a couple weeks without giving anything away. So, man, my video is still not happy. It's just not happy. I'm not happy that it's not happy. Yeah, my GPU is still pegged out at 99%. It's not good. I'm going to have to, after the show, I'm going to have to make some changes to try and...
Oh, combo.
All right. Fist Moz, 10 months in a row.
You, sir, rock.
Thank you for the purchase from the store. So Fist Moz, 10 months in a row. That equals 100 gold to everybody here. You can all get in more tickets on this or save them for the next one. So, there we go. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Fist Moz. I appreciate it. Okay, so last call, exclamation point ticket space 1. Or higher if you've got more gold. 1 gold per ticket. And then we will be, if you're here, you'll get to select which one of the content packs you want. All right, let's go over a couple of these items and then we'll do the draw. So, brand new epic theme song, Citadel expansion. Okay, I don't ever run with music. Most people don't even run with sound. What game out there? Are there any other games out there where people don't use sound? Yeah. Especially a game this complex. It's kind of funny. So. Okay. So. 4 new Citadel structures added to the game. Astralis, the medium, that's the one I was looking at. 25% bonus to all structure combat rig effects. 25% reduction in Citadel service module fuel consumption. Okay, so there's a lot of bonuses, a lot of things adding and taking away on this, and so let's see here. Yeah, I think. Okay, so well, anyway, the Fortizar large, same bonuses. The Keepstar extra large, same bonuses. They're all the same bonuses. Why didn't they just say that for all of them? So the Upwell Palatine Keepstar, the extra large, and this is the special one. This is the one that costs 1/15 of all of the ISK in the entire universe.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So, oh really? First BPO killed? No way.
Welcome to the
Shit,
Dragons.
right there. All right. Mods, if you want to repost that link, people can take a look. You know,
Welcome to the Dragons.
yeah. So there it is. The first one. Obviously, it's not listing the price on it, but it's there.
Welcome to the
We
Dragons.
can see that. We know that it's 6 billion. We just looked it up. Hey, well, let's see here.
Welcome to the
Ah,
Dragons.
fuck me. Really? Shit. There's a new account code for free. First person to claim it. I accidentally posted it in Twitch chat. I thought that I had this
Welcome to the
URL in there.
Dragons.
Alright. That code that I posted in Twitch chat by accident, that is a brand new account code. I'll mark that one off the list. I'm just going to put the name of Oops. Buy it. First person to claim it. You own it. Damn, I thought I had that URL in my clipboard. Account code for what? A brand new account for the game. Shit. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. Guess it's time to do a drawing. Hey. No mods ever posted that? Okay. Where are the mods? There is the link to the kill board. Okay. Well, now, how about that? So, whole brand new account. Okay. So, anyway, I just did a drawing. Yeah, well, people have signed up for this other one, so let's do it. Okay, here we go. Drum roll, please. The winner will have about 1 minute to tell me which one of the content packs they want. Otherwise, I choose one for them. Okay. So, closing and drawing. Let's see. Kendall Green, you are the winner. He put in 1,000 tickets. Kendall Green, congratulations. So, okay, Kendall. Choose your poison. Industrialist, colonist, explorer, or skirmisher. Whichever one of those you would like is yours. Colonist. All right, good choice. Let me work one of those up. So, now if you didn't win, fear not. We're about to do another one, so be able to get in on that. And clumsy me posted that code in Twitch chat. Okay, Kendall, check your Twitch mail. You'll find it contained within. There we go. All right. So, starting a new one. Draw at 300 viewers or the end of the show. We may hit 300 viewers pretty quickly. So, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you do buy a BPO off an NPC, but they're very expensive. 6 billion. What is this? Some other screen I was not expecting. Okay. So, Citadel blueprints. Okay. It's kind of funny. I kept searching for the word Citadel and not finding them, and then realized that the word Citadel is not in the Citadel blueprints. How about that? So, added Upwell Palatine Keepstar blueprint to the LP stores for all Upwell Consortium member corporations. Wow. Okay. So, I wonder how much LP they have to... Oh my god, everybody and their mother is going to be grinding Upwell Consortium LP now, huh? Okay, back to work for you. We'll catch you later.
Dragons.
So, if I keep dropping new account codes in Twitch chat, I'll hit 300 in no time. Yeah, no doubt. So, okay, high slot modules. There's a bunch of modules for these. I'm not going to go through all of them. Basically, there is a lot of stuff that's the same, that's similar to pause modules or pause add-ons. So there's a lot of these are now in a ship fit style and everything. So do I not have a scroll bar at the bottom of this? Let's see here. Guess I just can't see it. Wonder why that is. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of rigs, which we don't need to really go through each one of these. It's going to be just like setting up ship style now. So, yeah, Twitch chat is, for those of you in YouTube, I also simulcast to Twitch. And but YouTube has the better quality video. And so, okay, even guided bombs, which are kind of cool. Okay, so deployment and unanchoring. So here we go with this. I looked this stuff over a little bit, and the Citadel deployment is similar to deploying a pause, and so like ore is in it. Oh, Upwell Consortium. Okay. Why do I love my Twitch chat more? Well, there are 270 people in Twitch chat right now, and 30 or 40 people right now on YouTube. I don't love it more. It's just that there's more people talking there. So, okay, Citadels cannot be deployed in the following systems: trade hubs, JITA, Amar, etc. I'm assuming that they're including Dodixie, Wrens, and I don't know how far down they're going on the list there, but and Heck. So those are kind of considered to be the top ones. I don't know if there's anything that's officially considered a trade hub that's smaller than Heck. So how long will it take to get medium Citadels on the market? 5 days. So okay, so career agent systems. So I base some of my operations out of a system that actually is a new player starter system, and I was thinking about this. I'm not going to be able to, I have a pause in that system, and I'm not going to be able to just replace it with a Citadel. Don't forget the 2 stations in wormholes. Yes, well, that's only in Thera. So you can't put anything in a shattered wormhole. I'm not 100% sure why, but I know the shattered wormholes have some different effects on your ships and everything. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's considered to be too toxic of an environment. And Thera. So, DJ Camo asks, can a Titan dock in a Citadel? Yes, in the XL Citadels they can. And they actually don't dock inside. They park outside, I believe. Shattered wormholes don't have moons. Okay. So I guess there's no pauses in those as well. Okay, Citadels can be deployed anywhere in the system as long as it's 1,000 kilometers from another structure and 500 kilometers from a celestial. And here's the thing, and I don't know what kind of effect this is going to have, but we can see these Citadels everywhere. So everybody can own their own Citadel now. You know, it's like in Ultima Online. Everybody can own their own house. Woo! You can decorate it however much you want. When people fly by, maybe they can look in the windows and go, oh, at the impressive stuff you have inside. So, all ships go to dock inside? No, that is not true. I do not believe that's true because they've promoted talking about how the how Titans can moor on the outside, which is, I think, the same thing as docking. So, okay. So we can deploy it. These are going to be all over the place. It might be freaking annoying. I don't know. And are they all going to show up on? No, did they decide not? Did they change that? So. Okay. Really new trailer for Titan parking. Well, you know, I don't know. We'll see what it is. But originally, and what I saw as of, you know, a couple weeks ago at FanFest, they did talk about, you know, redoing the insides, but they also showed Titans docked on the outside. So, hey, could be either way. So, okay, so it's a general deployment window. You move it around. If you've ever put up a pause and you've had to move shit around to anchor it and everything, then you're good to go. So, I never said that Titans can't dock on the inside. I said that there is docking on the outside. Now, they could have changed that because for whatever reason, they could have changed that. But they have concept art out on that, and they even showed it. They even showed it at FanFest, which was really just this last weekend. Now, they may have changed their minds on it, but I don't know. We'll see. So, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. Okay, taking care of a customer real quick. Yes, well, I was talking about docking outside or mooring. So, okay. And I believe it's only the XLs that Titans can dock at. I don't think you can in the lower ones. So. Oh, I love your autocorrect in YouTube chat. What the hell was that sound? And somebody says a Mormon. It was autocorrect. It was Murloc. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna, you know, when the first ones of these are available for us to go look at and ooh and ah at, we will do that. So that's the sound Mormons make. Yeah, I bet. Okay, so now here's something really interesting, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But the Citadel vulnerability time is you set the weekly time that your Citadel is going to be vulnerable to attack, and I believe it has to be war decked. If it's in high sec, I believe it has to be war decked. And so if it is not war decked, then I don't think you can attack it, unless low sec or null. And so let me just put this out there. The best time to set your vulnerability hours is to start like 15 minutes before downtime, right before downtime, so that part of your time span lasts through downtime. Maybe they blocked that out. I don't know. But it just makes sense to me that you would want your vulnerability time to span across downtime to give less ability for people to get coordinated and everybody logged in and all of that stuff to attack your shit. So that's my thought. So, and like today, with the extended downtime, if you had it for right at when the servers come up or whatnot, then no, you can't place during downtime. Yeah, that's fine. We're not talking about placing it. We're talking about setting the vulnerability hours. It will not extend it. Okay, so if you guys think about this, and I could be wrong, but your training doesn't stop over downtime. Your training continues, and so you don't lose training time because of downtime. You just lose access to your characters. So, I think it is just smart to place that so that if when you're doing this stuff that it happens over downtime, because half the forces aren't going to relog in, and then if it takes longer for the downtime, let's say it takes a half hour, which sometimes it does, then you've got a half hour of your window that you don't have to worry about. I'm just saying. I think it makes sense. I think it's smart to do it that way. So now the anchoring is really interesting. Thank you to whomever just purchased from the store. The anchoring is interesting. So the strategic indexes, I'm not 100% sure what that is. Is that where you bump the stats on your, you bump your indexes? So, but so it's going to take 24 hours to anchor, and it just sounds kind of interesting. So you're not going to be sitting there that whole 24 hours. You're going to come back the next day. I don't think it's vulnerable during that whole time, but it says there's a 15-minute period where the structure will, right after it comes up, that it will be. And so if you're really smart and you're really worried about it, you would do this deployment right before downtime on Monday, because when it comes around to Tuesday, the patch day, it's typically longer on the downtime. Not always, but it's typically longer. And so you may be able to avoid having any vulnerability because the game's just not up. So it's just a thought. Just a thought. Unanchoring a structure, 7-day process. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So only a director or CEO owning the corp may decommission a structure Once it's started, it can be canceled, but if you cancel it, you start that 7-day timer over again. Now, there's all the asset safety stuff, which I don't know if you guys have been following this stuff or not. But the asset safety stuff basically means that if you have a bunch of assets in a Citadel and it gets blown up, or they decommission it, or whatever, it'll go, all your stuff will go to another Citadel, I think. Let's see. I believe it'll go to another Citadel that you have stated, or to the nearest NPC station. And so...
Welcome to the Dragons.
but you have a timer on that. And I think we'll get into that in a little bit. But there's a timer on it that if you miss that timer, you lose access to your assets for a while. And it kind of sucks. So, anyway, okay, so that's the end of that document right there. Okay, Citadel vulnerability states. I don't think this is going to be too difficult. Let me take care of a customer here real quick. I think it's a busy day today at the store. And I can understand why. Everybody needs their Plex so they can go out and buy their BPOs. I thought about it. Okay. So on the destruction of things, you don't destroy everything but your ship. If you're parked in there, even if you're offline, the ship that you're in, and you're destroyed. So, Plex is nosediving in price. Let's see what it's at this morning. Let's go take a look at that. I'm interested to know. Oh, we might go under $1 billion. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Yep, we might actually go below $1 billion today. So, looks like the price is dropping. Yeah, it's not nosediving. Not yet. I mean, down a little bit. Yeah, it's dropping a little bit. So it's not nosediving. It's just dropping a little bit. So kind of interesting though. Okay, so the Citadel vulnerability states, you know, these are just normal timers, symbols. So like we were saying earlier, about 15 minutes after the 24-hour anchoring, if the structure survives the 15 minutes, its shields and armor are repaired to 100%. So, I wonder if, you know, if this is, you know, you punish it all. I don't know. 15 minutes isn't very long to take it out. Well, yeah, the 3 to 6 month chart for the dive. Yeah, but that's a whole different reason. There's nothing affecting the market right now that was the cause of that dive. So, naturally occurring vulnerability window. And so the medium is 3 hours, Fortizar is 6 hours, and the Keep Stars are 21 hours. And so that's going to be interesting. There's going to be like one day a week where everybody's going to be like, you know, guys, we need 21-hour coverage. Yeah. So that's what it looks like in vulnerable. This is really the kind of the same stuff as pauses. If you have any stuff with a pause. Now, this is an interesting part here. When an attack succeeds, this happens when an attacker brings a shield's or armor hit points to 0. At this point, the structure becomes invulnerable for a specific amount of time before having its next layer vulnerable to attack. If shields were taken out, armor is now vulnerable. If armor was taken out, the hull is now vulnerable. So the duration of invulnerable states between attacks is 24 hours from shield to armor, then 6 days from armor to hull. For any structure outside of wormhole space, 24 hours from shield to armor, then another 24 hours from armor to hull for structures inside wormhole space. Wormholes are more susceptible to being the very next day. Now, it's kind of interesting, which, you know, really means that if the armor is taken out on the Citadel that you're currently living in, I guess you got some time to evacuate all your stuff, like 6 days. So, okay. It's kind of interesting. Now, this vulnerability that comes up, can it not repair everything back up during that time? Seems interesting. Or do they have to knock it all the way back down again? So my question being that if you knock it down to the hull, you take out all the armor, and then when you come back in 6 days, does it mean that you have to take out the shields and the armor again to be able to attack the hull? I would think it would repair during that time. Plenty of time to repair. The repairing window is shorter than the vulnerability window. Time is paused whenever damage is dealt. Time is paused whenever damage is dealt. Okay. Immediately ends if the vulnerability layer, shields, armor, or hull reaches 0 hit points. In case of shields or armor, the structure goes back to an invulnerable state before having the next layer set to vulnerable. In this case, the structure is immediately destroyed. Okay, so it also says here, if the repair timer naturally elapses, the structure goes back into vulnerability if that timer elapses too. The structure fully recovers from the attack. Its shields, armor, and hull are restored to full values. So maybe it's all locked into place during this time period. So, yeah. Okay. So, asset safety. This is the stuff that I was talking about your stuff being destroyed.
You, sir, rock.
And getting sent someplace else. Thank you to whomever purchased from the store. So, once asset safety is activated, it cannot be canceled. The container created through... Oh, and this is some weird shit for wormholes, guys. The loot in wormholes is going to be epic. Because the shit all drops in space. It does not go to an NPC system. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. Personal asset safety is triggered when a citadel is destroyed, unanchored, or a player manually activates it. Now, I don't know if this means that I have all of my stuff in there and things are getting hairy and I'm like, I want to get my shit out of there, and so I activate it? Or is it activated when the owner of the Citadel says, I want all of you to get your shit out of here, I'm activating it, and sends all your stuff out? I don't know. Once asset safety has been triggered, an entry will appear in the player's assets window under a tab called Safety. Safety Dance. Let's see here. In the personal assets window, under Safety. Here it is. So, as you can see here, I have shit in just about every JITA station. Safety, so no items found, but that's where That's where it'll appear in your personal assets window. Okay. And let's see, after 5 days, player can choose to have assets delivered to an NPC station, outpost, or citadel in the same system the assets were originally located, free of charge. If this option is not used, then the assets will be delivered after 20 days to the nearest NPC station by AU. So, basically, if there's no NPC stations within your system, it's going to transfer it to a connecting system. And it may not be by which gate you're closest to or anything. It's going to be on the star map by how many AU it is to get there. Which could be really interesting because there are a few places where systems are right next to each other that do not connect. And so I just envision this, that it won't go to a system next to it. You might have to fly 3 or 4 jumps to get to your stuff. So, and if you don't collect your shit, 15% is what you're going to be charged for asset safety. From null security space, the lowest or the nearest low security, or from null, the nearest low security station by AU, and from low security space, the nearest low security station by AU. From high security space, the nearest high security station by AU. Okay, so you're not going to have your shit put into null if you live right next to a null system, whatnot. So. From wormhole space, the assets will be dropped into a container wherever the Citadel was located, and it can be retrieved by anyone in the area. Oh, yeah. So, the loot in wormhole systems is going to be pretty epic, and I can see how wormhole citadels may get very heavily attacked. Yeah, and that kind of sucks for wormholers. But they like it hard and complex. So, everything in a player's item hangar and ship hangar is moved to the asset safety wrap. This includes supercarriers and titans. Okay. Corporation asset safety. So that means that an NPC station could have a titan in it. Does that mean then you could put it on the market? Just a thought. Okay. Yes, wormhole space is supposed to be difficult, and it is. So, yeah, could you scoop the Citadel loot into a heron? Well, you might have to make about 500 trips. Yeah. Wormhole space, I think, is different because you can't. Well, anyway, okay, so is wormhole space subject to the same 20 days? Well, put your timer on it, so when it's destroyed, mark your calendar for that time, 20 days. Okay. Corporation asset safety. It's triggered when the Citadel is destroyed or unanchored. Asset safety is triggered, will appear in the assets window under a tab called safety, same as before. Pretty much the same stuff here, and it looks to be running pretty much the same as that's what it does for the personal stuff, except the corp has a lot more control. So another customer I'm taking care of real quick. Hey, there's a lot more in here too. Let's just go through this pretty quickly. So there's Citadel ship tethering, which is kind of cool. Basically, you can attach your ship when you're not being targeted, or when you're not engaged in. If you have a combat timer, you can't do this, I don't think. But when you are tethered, you can't be targeted. You cannot take damage, and you also get to repair your structure, armor, and shields. So that will be interesting. Pauses cheaper. Pauses, they say, eventually will be going away. There's still reason for some pauses, and so I don't know. I don't know what'll happen with that. There will be, excuse me. There will be, maybe in the structures that are coming later. There will be, there is some mining structures and everything. So, we'll see what happens with that. Let's see here. I had to check something really quick. Okay. Just gotta do something here real quick. Okay. So much to do today. Okay, so the tethering, there's some icons for the active tethering. You can't tether if you have an active weapons timer. If you're starting to lock on another target, lack of docking rights with the structure, ejecting from the ship, or ship is warp scrambled. So, pretty cut and dry. There also is something to look out when you're docked. And I don't know how that's going to work. I want to get into a Citadel and see that. Yes, you guys can post links that have to do with the game. Mods will have to repost them though, so they get sniped otherwise. I don't understand why my CPU is still just freaking out, even when I'm not showing the game. All right. So access lists. This is really management of who all can access your Citadel. I think there's going to be a lot of now to do a Citadel, you have to own a corp at the minimum. You can't as an individual. This screen is frozen. Okay. I've been trying to work through tech support with the company that manufactures these cards, and been having some problems. So, okay. So the refine yield, there's going to be better refine yields in the bigger Citadels. It's going to be interesting. Not sure how that's going to work. Hey, and profiles for player-owned structures. This is something that most of you will never get into. Structure management. Fuel. Oh, here's one really interesting thing about the fuel. Is that Citadels now take any fuel type. That's going to equalize the market. I think that all 4 fuel types now is it's gonna equalize that market for the most part, and so I don't know whether or not the cost is going to go up or down. Also, you only use fuel whenever your modules are active. And so, and I don't know how that's going to work for marketplace stuff, but basically, if you are, have a refining module, or you have a compression module, or whatever, manufacturing, while that's running, it will consume fuel. It won't consume fuel when that stuff's not running. So you're going to be able to put a tax on transactions that happen in here. And so there's going to be some math involved to figure out what does it really cost you to do different actions and what is appropriate for a tax rate on it. Now, my personal thought is that if I have a Citadel, I'll open it up for use to everybody. I don't care. But I'll set the tax on it so that it's just barely above what it costs. Like maybe 1% above what it costs to operate. And that way people can use it, very low cost. And I make a little bit on it, It depends on what it costs to transport fuel to there and stuff. If it costs a lot to transport fuel and always going through it, well, that's part of your costs. So just got to see. Okay. The service modules. View outside structure. Okay. So I guess this is what it looks like, and this is very similar to what we have for our ships. So we're gonna build all this in the fuel bay. Hopefully the fuel bays are big. I don't know. I hate having to haul fuel out all the time. So just my thought. Okay. So this is Titans. And Titans have had a big rework. Most of us have never flown a Titan. Most of us never will fly a Titan. And so so I don't know how much time we want to spend going over this, but basically there's a whole bunch of changes to Titans. Hopefully people who own Titans don't feel like they're being totally nerfed and get upset about it, because they are damn expensive. I have never flown a Titan. So the biggest I've flown is a carrier. And so anyway, there's a lot of stuff in there which really doesn't matter to me personally, because like I'm not flying Titans. You got a fee for reprocessing. Yes. Previously, what they did is they took a percentage of your stuff. So now you have to have money to reprocess. So, dreadnoughts, similar. I don't own any dreadnoughts. I can fly them, but I don't currently own any of them. One of these days I will. But, you know, a bunch more changes to them that I'm not going to go through. And carriers. Now, carriers, so carriers have changed. They're no longer the healers of capital ships. You know, they're no longer the Logi. They are now carriers. And they can, their abilities are more so into squadrons of fighters.
Dragons.
You know, basically they had two roles before. Now they can carry shit, but they also fighter squadrons and no more being Logi. And the Force Auxiliary ships now come out, and those ones are being the Logi, or as I was joking earlier, those are the new Druids. The new Druid class ship. So, now I have a little bit of experience with carriers. I've flown them a bit. Primarily, I've used them to transport fitted ships, and that has been my main thing. So, okay. So I own 3 out of the 4 different carrier types, and so, but it doesn't matter to me what they did with it. Next time I'm using my carriers, I'll just refit and such. But basically, they gave them racial bonuses, the similar bonuses to what you know, the Minmatar and Amar and all of those have otherwise. So, and super carriers. So I've never flown a super carrier before. Maybe I will in the future. Similar stuff though, focusing more on their racial benefits. So, okay. Now, come on. What's going on? Why can't... There we go. Okay, my Zoom stopped working there for a minute. I was trying to get it working again. Okay, so exploration. The drop rates of all high-tech goods and exploration data sites have been greatly reduced. Why? Data sites were already shit compared to relic sites. I don't understand that change. So why did they devalue data sites even more? I don't get it. Yeah, I just don't get it. So, but that's what they've done. So, fleet. The maximum range of a player's ship to an item that can be broadcast as a target has been increased from 150k to 10,000k. Okay, so this just basically updates for our grid sizes, and I can't imagine really targeting somebody that's 1,000k away, but you know. So high-tech goods were not valuable. Well, is that why they reduced them, so we won't have as many of them? Are high-tech goods now used in carrier building? Yeah, maybe the price of the loot will increase. That's a good question there. You might be onto something. So, well, don't skip data sites. They just made this change, and so if you're new to exploration, still do the data sites and see whether or not it's viable. Because maybe the changes they made, we just don't understand what's going on here, and what their goal was. Okay, graphics. Improved visuals for station hangars, incorporating V5 shaders, animated video screens, and new capital ship berths for Keepstar class XL Citadels. Okay, let's see here. So, this is as far back as I can get from my ship in here. Let's see, let's change ships. Let's go to something a little smaller here. Okay. So, you know what? The visuals do look a bit cleaner. Yeah, I guess it doesn't look too bad. Oh, I can't see that. There's an advertisement running up here, but I can't see it. Interesting. Why have it? It's into the captain's quarters. Oh, carriers can lock people at a 10K range now and use fighters. They can send the fighters out to them. Oh, this doesn't center. Of course. Let's see here. So,
Welcome to the Dragons.
you can see all my shit in the way here. Yeah. So it just doesn't center properly because I have my stuff offset. It's not doing it. Okay. So I guess that doesn't apply to there. Okay, well, whatever. We'll go back into the ship hangar. Zoom out and look up. Yeah, that's as far up as I can get. I can't seem to get any further up. Okay, what if I go this way? Can I go further up? No. Even zoomed in, I can't do it. If I change the ship, will it give me a different view? Here, I'll go to my biggest ship here. Oh, I can start to see some of the stuff. Look at that, Legion to Death advertisement. But I still can't really see the stuff, so I don't get it. Increase field of view. Oh, it's because I'm running the multiple monitors. That might be. Increase field of view. Is there an actual field of view increase in here now? I know there's inertia. Let's see. Or is that the... No. Yeah, the push and pull field of view thing that you can do when you're in space, it's not working. So anyway, this is literally, I can't zoom in any closer or get any further away from this. How funny. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the way it works, I guess. New male and female glasses have been added. For all of you blind pilots out there, you'll now be able to see where you're flying. You won't have to fly by braille anymore. The in-game voice for Aura has been changed for German. Why? Well, I won't hear it because I'm not running the German version, but market taxes have been changed. Oh, yes. So is Rolas here? He's not here. Rolas has a lot to say about this, and we will look at some of my marketplace stuff that I've got here. So there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes in this, and this is really going to affect a lot of merchants. Rolas was telling me last night he figured some numbers, and let me see here. Trying to see what he figured up here, if I have it in my chat log with him. Okay, so the market broker fees have made some stuff change. And so to buy and flip a Plex that's worth $1 billion, the fees as of yesterday could be as low as $13.5 million for flipping it. Not too bad. You know. Now, now that these changes have come in, the cost for flipping a Plex or for flipping an item worth $1 billion is $54 million. And that's a lot. That's a lot of money. So that is a triple increase? No, that's almost a 4 times increase in it's a 3.5 times increase in the costs. So let's look at this just a little bit. Let me look at my, here's my wallet. And so I've had a few transactions recently. And let's see here. My orders here. Now I understand that the orders that are in here, they keep the same stuff. This is very concerning. Okay, I'm assuming this is an error. Those of you on YouTube, unless you're watching 1440p, you probably can't see what this says here. But when you're looking at your wallet and you're looking at your orders, down in the base broker fee, there is an area there that tells you basically what your fees are going to be at their base. And so my base broker fee is 321% of order value now. 321%. Okay, let's put something on the market. Let's look at the marketplace for shuttles. I have a couple Caldari shuttles here. 24,000 is what it says they're worth. Okay, I'm going to sell them. This is a display bug. I've just proved that it's a display bug. So my broker's fee is 2.32%. Sales tax will be 1%. Not very much. Not a big deal. Okay, so but let's look at something else here. Let's see, what else do I have here that might be really expensive. Let's see here. Looking for something that has a good value on it. Okay, so here I have a Stratios Sanctuary skin selling for $735 million. And so if I want to sell that, my fees now come out to be, $16.5 million. So this has got to be some mistake because I have all of my stuff in here. The number has probably flipped. It's probably flipped the integer or whatever in some programming stuff. When you hit certain numbers, they'll flip to negative, and then if you hit it again, they'll flip back to positive and be just like outrageous numbers. So base broker fee. No, my dot is definitely, it says 321%. So definitely says 321%. And that's even, it's 321.00. So yeah. I'm sure it's just a display. Yeah, Stack Overflow. Is that what they call it? Yeah. So anyway, okay. And so that's just a graphic. There's probably gonna be a small patch tomorrow. This one's not too concerning because when I look at this, it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. And my broker's fee really doesn't come out to be a whole lot more. Now, is there a buying fee as well? I don't know. So if I say I want to buy this, I don't remember. I'm going to go look at something else here. Let's look at this. Okay, so I have to tell it how many items. Now, okay, well, what I wanted to see here was whether or not this was going to show me any fees that I have to pay. Bid price. So there is another broker fee here.
Welcome to the Dragons.
But it's not in there. It's only if I'm going to put out there a buy order, which is in the more complex thing. So, yeah.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, I'm not a programmer, but I was just, talking about how crazy numbers like that come about. So, yeah, it's got to be a bug, and it probably just has to do with the amount of items that I have on the market. I mean, I have 14 billion for sale right here. I have 31 billion in buy orders. So, I don't think there's any issues. Okay, so at this moment, let's see what else we got on the list here. Okay, broker's fee 3%, reduced to 2.5% with skills, and 2% with both skills and maximum NPC standings. And so, so I still have to do more NPC standings to get that down. Maximum of 2% is the maximum discount you can get. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm getting hungry, folks. It's past my lunchtime. So, yeah, the rates aren't too bad. So I'm sure Rolas will come on a little bit later, and he'll whine about it a little bit. So that's part of how he gets his name, Trollas. So, okay. Let's see here. So the broker's fee is paid to owners in outposts and is customizable and paid to owners in citadels. So this is good. Some people are going to make money this way who strategically place their citadels and have a reason for people to go there and buy stuff. And it might be more reason to have a citadel in low sec or whatnot. The skill broker relations does not apply to citadels. Transaction tax 2%, reduced to 1% with maximum skills. Okay, so I'm down to 1%. I got maximum skills. My guy, by the way, here has nearly perfect all of the trade skills. So, no soup for me? Oh, yeah. What if I really wanted to go get a bowl of soup? I made soup last night. I made chili. Is chili soup? Made chili last night. But maybe I'll have that for dinner again tonight. So, okay. Various modules have been added. I'm going to go grab some lunch, and then when we get back, we'll continue on with this. It'll only take me a couple minutes to grab some lunch. But we're going to do a drawing in Twitch chat, ! ticket space 1 or higher if you have more gold, for a brand new account for Eve. It's a core new account. It comes with 30 days prepaid. It comes with some mining equipment, a cerebral accelerator, and then also your choice of one of the content packs. You get to choose which one you want. I promise this time I'm not going to accidentally post it in chat. You get to choose which one you want. There'd be Skirmisher, Colonist, Industrialist, or Explorer. And so it'll be your choice. And if you don't know or don't answer, then I will choose for you. So when I come back in just a couple minutes, I think I'm going to make a sandwich. And that'll be easier to eat on air than soup. So, okay. So when I sit back down, we're going to do the draw on that so you can get your tickets in. And I will be back in just a couple minutes.
Welcome to the Dragons. Welcome to the Dragons. Welcome to the Dragons.
Okay, final call! Exclamation point, ticket space 1. And we're about to do a drawing for a brand new account. And so, I'm gonna need a sandwich in front of y'all. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I'm hungry. It's better than putting the show on hold for, 15 minutes. Hey, Sirion. Good morning. That video was of Pike Place Market. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. Are you getting back into Eve, Sirion? I noticed a little something. Yeah. So.
3 down.
Finally. Oh, 23 months! Sirion is the oldest sub here, and you know what? I'm just feeling extra generous. Sirion's a great guy. He was the first sub, and he's still a sub, and 23 months. In honor of that, I'm going to double it to 460 gold to everybody here in Sirion's honor. Everybody tell Sirion thank you. Woohoo! Everybody just got 460 more gold because of Sirion. So, yeah. Yep. So, 23 months. Next month will be 2 years, man. Wow. Wow. Pretty incredible. So, it's incredible to me that anybody thinks that I'm worth subbing to. I always find that to be interesting. So he forgot to unsubscribe, right? Oh man. Okay, so here we go on the drawing. With that, I am closing it. Drawing now. LS collapsed. Congratulations, LS collapsed. 2,000 tickets he put in. Woo! That's just a few. So, LS collapsed. You are the winner. And tell me, which one of the content packs would you like, which also includes 750 Orm, if I didn't mention that before? Would you like Colonist, Explorer, Skirmisher, or Industrialist? You have about a minute to let me know. If you don't know or don't answer, then I'm going to choose for you. And for those of you who missed it, no problem. We're going to do another one here. You'll be able to spend some of that gold gifted to you by Sirion. 23 months. Yes.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So, okay. So, I'm just thinking here that...
Welcome to the Dragons.
What is it we're going to do next? Let's see. LS Collapse does not seem to be here, not seem to be responding. So I'm going to choose for him. I already have the colonist file open. Colonist it is! Yep, he's not making the choice, so I'm going to make it for him. Colonist is, I think, the best one, by the way, if you're into planetary interaction. So, okay. Let me send that out to him. Okay, so now I am... We're going to reset that. We're starting a new one. Same deal. Exclamation point ticket space 1 or higher if you have more gold. And get in on the raffle. It only takes 1 to win, but putting in 2 doubles your chances. And we'll draw at 400 viewers or the end of the show, whichever comes first. So... make some more P4s. I don't know what P4s are. Debating on what you're going to do. Yep. I don't know what... What? Really? Did the screen freeze again? Damn. Bastards. I'm going to make some changes to my system after the show today. So I'm going to make a change. I'm going to disconnect the second monitor from this, and which I'll show you here for like one of the last times. And because I have 2 monitors I can show there, but I'm going to disconnect that second one, and we're going to see if we can do that. There was another thing I was going to look at here. I heard, yeah, in fact, you just hold right there. I'm going to look at it real quick. It's, card was making a little bit of a funny noise. Okay, well, I was just making sure that the fans were spinning properly. I've been suspecting a little bit that one of the fans may be having a little bit of problem. So, at lower speeds, one of the fans doesn't spin at the same rate as the others, but at high speed they're all. It says they're 3100 RPM, 93% of fan speed, and I'm 99% GPU. Yeah, GPUs, yeah, as long as they aren't letting the magic smoke out, I know. Yeah, we had that one catch on fire one day right before a show. So, okay, now, I think, let's look at what else we got here. How far down in the patch? Oh, we're only a third of the way. So, let's fire up another account here. We're just going to go out and look at things in space a little bit. And while I eat a sandwich. Let's see here. I'm going to bring up one of my faction warfare characters. And let's play with the new camera. Daniel, about any computer that you buy can play Eve. It has really low requirements.
Connecting.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Ever collaborate in anything market related? I mean,
Skill training completed.
Welcome to the Dragons.
I tend to be kind of a solo person in the markets, but
Welcome to the Dragons.
okay. So the new camera stuff is in effect for everybody, and you have to switch back to the old if you want the old camera. And let's see what we got here for... my FPS is not too bad, actually. Make sure that other one's minimized. Yeah, it's not too bad, actually, which is good. Kajmela, yeah, we're. You talk about the password being sent in clear text from our store. We don't. Just let you know, we don't store any information in our store. That password means nothing. There's nothing in there for you to really do with it. So, but we are right now. We are building our new store, and it has all kinds of new stuff in it, which it'll be a couple weeks, but we'll have it up and available to y'all in a couple of weeks, including secondary authentication and stuff. So, yes, we know that's a concern. Okay, yes, I have enough caracals. I've had these forever. I've had them for a couple of years in here, and I just fly them out every once in a while. And so, we're going to undock here, and we're just going to go out and look and see whether or not we can make sense of the new camera stuff. Okay, so first thing I noticed right off the bat
Warp drive active.
is that... Why is my ship not centering? Oh. Okay, so... I don't think the new camera works with multiple monitors, to be honest. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you guys can't even see my ship. It went off to the side. Oops, here's the... Right, hit the wrong button there. You can see it all the way over at the right-hand side. I have interval immediate, my graphics. Oh, fuck. I am fucked. I guess this is a good spot where it's nice to see everything down below there, huh? So, I don't know that I can make it back. Somebody else just came through. I'm toast.
Warp drive active.
They fixed this This was not centering properly before on just a single screen. Okay, so how was that? Did they know I was coming? I don't know. Well, I earned a ton of kill rights. They already have a bunch of kill rights on them. I make them available for 10 million each, typically. Unless there's somebody who likes to fly in high sec. I'll probably get paid on one of these. My ship loss was, I don't know how much, wasn't too much, but
I'm so sorry. That's my story. I'm less than most do.
hey. So let's go fuck with these people. Boy, do I have see what the fit is on this. It's incomplete. Taking care of a customer here real quick. Yeah, I have enough caracals. I don't remember why I bought them, but I did. I've had them for a couple years. Okay. Customer taken care of. So let me see here. Let me see if I have everything I need for these. I want to bring out one of my frustration fits. Well, so far I have everything here. Alright, I'm going to fit up another one of these. I think I have everything here. Whoop! Oh, what the hell? I just put this destroyer fit on this ship here. That's kind of interesting. I've never accidentally done that before. So, yeah, I just accidentally put this destroyer fit on here. Well then. Let's see what happens with this. That was kind of an interesting mistake that I'm surprised it's working. So it's only 100 DPS. 72K flight range. Alright, well, no, can't quite put the ballistics control in there. I can put one of these in there though. Give me just a little bit more DPS. Do I have any other... I don't have any other low navigation computer stuff. And it takes it up just a little bit. Let me yeah, let's go that route. This is not a brawler. This is what I call a frustration fit. I'm basically going to be able to hit him from pretty far out and have a hard time hitting me.
Warp drive active.
See what happens with my ship here and the new camera stuff.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Yeah, they're all still here. They're like, that fool came back. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Dragons.
That fool sure did. Hey.
Warp drive active.
They did not catch me. I'm not so sure I'm a fan of this camera view. See, I want to get closer to my ship, but it goes completely off the screen. Oh, it's a Force Auxiliary ship already. Okay, just added that. They're all flashy out here. He just docked. You know, there's some interesting things about the new camera, but so far I'm not as impressed as I would like to be. I don't know why, but when I zoom in close to it, it goes completely off the screen. Maybe because it's my multiple monitors? I don't know. So you think it's because I have offset camera that I can't zoom too far? Because I want to get in closer to it. I'm afraid if I just pull this all down to one screen, that's going to totally screw everything up because I have the whole other screen full of stuff. So there's the chase cam. You know, you compare it to the old camera. And, you know, so the new one looks a little bit nicer. It has a little bit different, more interesting view to it. But I'm certainly able to see what I'm doing here much better. I run carriers, I run capital ships all the time. My freighter is a capital. Wait, let's go. Screw with these guys.
Warp drive active.
Holy shit! Wow! That worked out well. I was 48k away from him and he one-shot me. Let's see here. Alright, yeah, in a Naga. I guess I got hit by two different things, but he hit me one shot. Oh wow. Okay. Is that what I'm up against? Let me see here. Yeah, all these guys here. Yeah, they, I think they live in that system. So, and they just decided to be asshats and camp the gate. They're not even in faction warfare. So, yeah, yep. It's a character I bought from Sirion. Still up and training. Let's see. How many skill points now? 26.8 million. Guess I have another kill right here. Okay, so yeah, you know, they're not wanting to play very friendly. That's okay. I can dig it. Hey, now that I'm in here, let's see here. I actually don't know what we're doing tomorrow, so I guess I won't jump clone her over. Well, what's the indexes at for faction warfare? Still a tier 4. Plenty of money to be made. Yeah. I won't put her in her jump clone. Okay. So let's look at the rest of the market stuff. This is my market character. Okay, bunch of new modules, new doomsdays, burst projectors. These are mostly capital stuff. Tech 2 capital weapon systems and ammunition. Okay, so Higgs now negate interdiction nullification. I.e., if you are, if you've got a Higgs rig and you've got something that that allows you to fly through bubbles, you can no longer fly through bubbles with a Higgs rig. So I don't think you can fit a Higgs rig onto a interceptor, but you can onto Tengus and some other stuff, I think. So anyway. Okay. Refitting in space will no longer be possible with a weapons timer. That is new. You have to let that timer time out.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Increase the cost of installing a jump clone at an NPC station to 900,000 disk. Okay? You know, most people don't do that very often, so it's not a big deal. So, let's see here. That was, Rola's saying there's some market manipulation going on. Let's go look.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Well, the market's down to 983.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Let's see here. So, thank you to whoever purchased from the store. I don't know if I missed one there or something. I didn't see where that thing was from.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You, sir, rock.
Woo! $25 donated. Wow. So, let's see here. Trade, 25 bucks, returning to Eve after 5-year hiatus with his original 2003 pilot. You're by far the best Eve streamer. Well, thank you. Thanks for helping out all the new players and showing them how it's done. Well, you know, we just all learn together. Thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate it. Putting it towards the 4K project, which is behind. And so, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. And that is 25 gold to everybody here in honor of Charade making that donation. So, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's continue on here. I don't know what to say about the market manipulation stuff, but there we have it. So, okay, so let's see here. Increase the cost of installing jump clone missions and NPCs. An issue with the layout of the outgrowth rogue drone hive has been fixed. Okay, didn't know there was one. Yeah, okay, so those are just kind of boring. Capital escalations. Now, have you guys heard about this? In essence, what this is that you can work up escalations happening in, I think it's low-sec and NPC, or low-sec and null space, and get up to Titan rats. So, up to Titan rats. How many screens do I have active? 7. So, okay, so old capital escalation spawns have been replaced with a smaller number of new NPCs that are intended to provide more engaging content for capital ships. These new escalation spawns are sleepers using existing sleeper AI. They have large signatures to ensure they can be engaged fully by capital ships, and will prefer to shoot at capitals when available. Most of the value of the former escalation waves is being moved into the new drifter NPCs that can be spawned once a site has been completed. These spawns can escalate, and this is kind of interesting because if you kill some of them but not all of them, and you let them warp away, next escalation they can come back with friends. So it could end up being some really big NPC battles. Could be very interesting. Okay. These new NPC spawns come up in 3 waves. One for Dread, one for Carrier, and one for Force Auxiliary. There are 3 NPCs in each wave in the C4-5s and 4 per C6s. The new escalation spawns are worth 38 million per wave in a C5 and 51 in C6s. Most of the value of the former escalation waves is being moved to the new drifter that can be spawned once the site is completed. Spawning the new drifter is optional and is done by shooting a structure that decloaks when the site is completed. The new drifter is worth about 350 million, mostly in blue loot, but including salvage as well. This new drifter is completely independent of the site and will warp off if not pointed. You have to scram them, folks. This new drifter spawns at the end of the site. If no capitals have been used, it is designated to be very challenging but doable both with and without capitals. It will, however, be much easier to kill using capitals. Multiple drifters can coexist in the same wormhole system and will come to each other's aid if one gets attacked. You attack one, 5 or 6 more come in, you go boom. Pirate capital NPCs have been spotted in null security space. All right. So, null security space. Reprocessing tax has been changed from material tax to an ISK tax. Okay, so basically what they used to do when reprocessing was take part of your items that you're reprocessing whenever you did that, and now it's been changed to where you have to pay a tax, an ISK tax. In essence, it takes money to reprocess. So, increased. Okay, so there's a bunch of arrays that have been increased. Now, so equipment assembly, rapid equipment assembly, component assembly array. And then change the size of all structured components from 100,000 cubic meters to 3,000. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. So structured components can be built at a component assembly array, and structure modules can be built in an equipment assembly array. Hey, Titans have been rebalanced, yes, and Dreads, and the Force Auxiliaries are now available. Any carrier with a triage module fitted will become a Force Auxiliary. Say what? Any carrier with a triage module fitted will become a Force Auxiliary. Does that mean my carriers changed to Force Auxiliary ships? If so, I'd be a little bit disappointed. They were like 1 billion each. Let me log into my character that has
Connecting.
Yeah, this guy has carriers. Let me...
4 new Elder Dragons. Maybe we can build an army. What are you waiting for? An invitation? Subscribe now.
All right. PJ Slim. Minimize this other one here. PJ Slim, thank you so much. 10 months as a sub. All right. That is 100 gold to everybody here in PJ Slim's honor. Woo! If they had a triage, what are these ships worth now? Let's see here. I don't know if I had triage modules or not. So you guys say that you're getting a lot of buffering on Twitch. Switch over to YouTube, ! YouTube and Twitch chat. And you can go over to YouTube and watch. You can still talk in Twitch chat if you want. I'm not dropping any frames, so not happening on my end. It's now searching stations. Okay. Let's see here. I have a few ships. Okay, so I still have my carrier here. That's still a carrier. Okay, so I still have my carriers. What I was concerned about is if they switched over.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your dragons. 5 dragons is a good start, but it's still no army.
I was concerned because I wouldn't want them changed. If I wanted a force auxiliary, I'd go buy one. So, Tevarak, thank you so much for subscribing. First time subscriber. All right. So, as a brand new sub, let me find you here. I'm gonna hook you up. 1,000 gold to you. Everybody tell Tevarak, thank you and welcome. 10 gold to everybody here in their honor. Woo! All right. So. Oh, it's now worth more base value. Well, it's worth more base value because people want those ships. And so they're paying a lot more. I don't know if it's actually, you know, in a month, will it still be worth that much more? No. So, I guess it's okay. I didn't have any triage modules fitted to those. So, I have a lot of ships out here. This character has an enormous amount of stuff. So, it's really a great character. I don't even know half of the ships that I've got. Like, I haven't flown some of these in a year. But I got them. Yeah, I got stuff all over in NPC Null. Yeah. Okay, well, let's continue on here. All drones and fighters in Force Auxiliary Drones Bay will be moved to owner's home station. Okay. Carriers have been rebalanced. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the videos from FanFest on this about how the carriers have been rebalanced and about how they're loading up now for sending out waves of fighters. This character, Sirion's asking how much SP this character has. And 120 million. He'd be 130 million right now, but I did remove some skill points from him and gave them to some other characters that I have. So I took off all of his Titan stuff because I just don't have interest in him flying Titans. So okay, super carriers rebalanced. The maximum range of player's ship to orbit, keep it range, or approach commands has been increased from 150 to 10,000 kilometers. Okay, let's test this. Where am I at? Okay, I'm out here. So does this mean that I can orbit at a much greater distance now? Is that what this means? What the fuck is going on with my overview? It looks beautiful. Not. No idea what's happened here. Okay, so new camera again. Don't know how thrilled I am with this new camera.
Warp drive active.
Can I show the Force auxiliary ships? I don't have any. I don't own any of them. Darn it, I really hate how in the new camera my shit goes off the screen. Okay, so it's exactly what we thought. Okay, so here is this Gerstus thing out here. I can now tell it to just orbit at the current 183 whatnot, so that's great. That is what I wanted. It's gonna take me forever to get there. Can I warp to that thing? Apparently not. They just finished the belt here. Are there any free cans out here? Can't warp to these things. That Gerstus Gatherer, he actually will have some stuff on him. If I don't have the dynamic camera... Oh, he just warped off. Fuck. If I don't have the camera set... offset set, then I'm not able to do this right because I'm running multiple monitors. So, anyway, okay, well, there's my Tengu. Let's, I don't know, I really need to go shoot at something. Is there anything in here? Go shoot at?
Your 6 dragons have balls of steel.
Duck Fart. Thank you so much, man. 11 months as a sub. 110 gold, everybody, in honor of Duck Fart. Everybody tell Duck Fart thank you. So, it's the dynamic center offset button. I have camera center. There's a dynamic center too. Where's this dynamic center offset? Okay. Let me change over to the other camera again.
Welcome to the dragons.
So we turned that off. Okay. We'll go to another asteroid belt. I'm looking for some rats.
Warp drive active.
It's getting windy there. Still nothing here to shoot at. Really don't like how that's right in the middle there. Go to the next one.
Active.
While I take care of a customer. Okay. Fortunately, nothing to shoot at here either. So,
Warp drive active.
let's see what happens here. There's a site that just popped up, so. Really don't like how it just doesn't feel right. Ugh. Okay, so they yeah. they're not hurting me. So, but I can't target them. They got me jammed. Oh, you guys can't see the jam, can you? Yeah, with the way I have it set up to obfuscate what my warp 2 location is. Yeah, I don't know how to customize the offset of the focal point. You can in the other. How far can I shoot with this? Oh, 25k range. Well then. I still can't shoot at anything. I mean, it is a interesting view, I guess. But I'd really like it to not to be what we're looking at, not be specifically right behind my ship. Hit C to track the object. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So I already have shift tracking on. You know, this is no fun. They keep jamming me out. I can't target nothing. You can't target shit while they're all jammed. Oh, can I? Okay, never mind. I guess I can target them while they have me jammed. And why didn't that work? Come on. Are you serious? It doesn't want me to... Okay, I want to move it further over here. What is its problem? Okay, let's murderize these bastards. Yeah, we need an offset. We need to be able to see what I'm shooting at. This is no fun. No fun. It's not any fun to not be able to see what you're shooting at. Okay. I've been jammed out again. Each time the camera is getting closer and closer to being ready to go. Now, why can't I move it over here? God damn it! Keep jamming me out. Folks, if you're complaining about paying ISK to refine ore, you may not have realized it, but you were paying a percentage of your ore to refine ISK before. They removed that, and now you just pay a tax. Which will give you more materials. Okay, why can't I... Apparently I need to throw my mouse across the room and put my fist through my monitors. These damn Gerstus pieces of shit.
Warp drive active.
Right click while in tactical and it'll detach. So really? In this mode? I like to look at my ship though, I gotta tell you. I like to see what I'm shooting at. See, like I'm landing at this structure here. Now, if I could just say that this is the focal point when I click on it, and that this is where my ship will sit, I think I'd feel pretty good about it. As it stands right now. If I click, well, okay, so I just went over to there. I don't know, is there anything else we can do with the camera here? Let's see what happens when I have dynamic field of view off. Still puts this shit right in the middle of my ship. Which just really just seems like it's just the wrong... Yeah, we want to be able to see both at the same time. You know, they're all shooting me and stuff, and I just kind of go, boop. This is such a beefy ship. They're getting better and better on each pass with the camera, but it's still not right yet. So here we go. See now, this is what I'm talking about. Being able to see the item at the same time. Now something else going on here. I can't seem to move. Let's see, let me unlock this target. Uh-oh, video just crashed. Unlock this target. Why does it want to do this weird stuff? I want to move my targets over more. Move the anchor. Okay. I'm gonna move it to right here. There we go. Why wouldn't it let me do it before? I do not know. Hey, well, good enough. Hey, let's blow this shit up. It wasn't my video driver that died. This thing, by the way, I think I was about 1,000 DPS. 908 in this configuration. New Citadels versus pre-Citadels? I have no idea what a pre-Citadel is. Rapid light missiles? Rapid lights are a pain in the ass to reload. I mean, big pain in the ass to reload. Okay. All blown up. I cleared it. By the way, I can sustain continual rep, shield rep too. So there's a ship here. Okay. And no loot from it. I don't know if there's anything in these things. It's not a mission. It's a site that appeared out here. Okay, let's go dock up again. We were playing around some with the new camera.
Warp drive active.
It's not quite there yet. They still have a little bit more they need to do to it to make it work well. I'd say that it looks a little bit better than the old camera view, but it doesn't have the functionality that I need. Hey, let's go look at, let's make sure I get docked up here.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
A lot of stuff. This is probably one of the biggest patches of the year. Okay. So yes, the maximum range now, you can be beyond 150 kilometers. You can right click on somebody and say orbit, even apparently if you're at 10,000. So, whole range of new and updated fighters are now available. Okay, new fighters are loaded into launch tubes, which I'd have to switch down to one of my other, I'd have to jump clone to get down into null to get to one of my carriers to test that out. And I don't know if I have fighters with them or just drones. I might just have drones. So What missiles do I have on that?
Welcome to the Dragons.
Heavy missiles. They're heavies. Okay, a whole range of new updated fighters. Yeah, okay, read that already. Fighters fall into three categories. Light fighters, usable by all. Attack, general purpose. Space superiority, designed to be lethal to fighter and drone craft in this area of operations. Support fighters, usable by all. Neutralization, stasis, webification, jamming, and warp disruption. So this is kind of interesting. So how far can you send your fighters out now? And so you can take fighters out and use them for warp disruption. That sounds pretty interesting. Now, one thing about that, though, is that fighters are pretty expensive. And, you know, I forget how much they are. What are they? 50 million each, something like that? Or higher? I actually don't remember. But I know that if you send out a whole squadron of fighters, you know, you're going to be like 250 million sitting out there. And if they start plucking them off because you have them, somebody's scrammed, but they're still 1,000 away from you, you're looking at significant loss of money. You have to be able to take advantage of it. I wonder if fighters can be warped to. So you send them out and then you warp to your fighters. Heavy fighters, usable only by supercarriers and large and extra large citadels. Long range attack and heavy attack. Black Ops battleships now have 75% reduction in effective distance traveled for jump fatigue. This is really big because that's really, the jump fatigue has stopped people from using Black Ops so much. Black Ops isn't necessarily overpowered in how much DPS they can put out. Oh, so they're cheaper now too. Okay, good. Well, we're gonna have to spend a day figuring that out. So I'm gonna have to figure out getting some stuff down there. Maybe I'll take some blueprints with me and build them down there. Is it long? Yes, probably so. Okay. Black Ops battleships. So, skills. The skill structure defense system has been renamed Structured Doomsday Operation. Provides 2% reduced cycle time for Citadel Doomsday modules per level. Capital weapon specialization skills have been added. Advanced drone interfacing has been renamed to Fighter Hangar Management. Okay. To reflect its updated purpose. So, Fighter Hangar Management. Are those under drones? It is. I have that in level 5. How about that? This guy is a great carrier pilot. If you notice here, I have 13 million in drone skills. So, heavy fighters. So that's something brand new. Light fighters. Meet the requirements. And mining drone operation. Yeah. Support fighters. Hey, well, it looks like I have a little bit of training to do. Some good stuff, though. Raid time. Looks like there's a raid going on. Exclamation point raid space 1 will get you in on it. Fighter bomber has been renamed to heavy fighters. Okay.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Will we ever get off this?
Added the ability to move to a point in space, click Q, and click to hold in space to do this. Okay, so is that like the equivalent of clicking on the item and then clicking your approach? Sounds kind of I don't know. I guess it's good. Add a new tactical overlay. Okay, we saw that just a little bit. New camera. Dynamic center offset. Ship now moves along 180-degree arc to the left side of the screen based on the camera yaw rather than being fixed to the left. And that's what keeps moving my shit off the screen. Jump clones, I've changed a little bit in the character sheet stuff. Oh, fighter capable ship or structure can now contain a new specialized fighter bay that allows easy loading, launching, and recalling and unloading of fighter squadrons. Yes, and there's a new interface controlling the fighter squadrons, which we're going to have to get into that a different day. But it looks like a hybrid between your own HUD and the and target management. Okay. So yeah, and then just controlling them is similar to controlling drones. So defect fixes. My overview was breaking after some system jumps. They say they fixed that. They repainted the stripes on the Charon, Rion, and Caldari freighters. Okay. I have one of those. I suppose we can go look at it. Let me log it in. We'll look at it. See if it's anything to ooh and ah over. Probably not. It's like double clicking in space. Okay. Okay, while that count's coming up, I'm going to grab another drink. I'll be right back. Okay, so bringing this guy up here. He is in Caldari Freighter. I actually have, I don't know, 3 or 4 carrier or freighter pilots now. I'm not sure. Okay, so are these the stripes that they're talking about? I mean, okay. So they changed that. Okay, so again, here we're on the new camera. And I don't know. You know, okay, so this has a skin on it. Let's remove the skin. Yeah, so I guess that's what they did. It's just those stripes there. Nothing too spectacular. This thing is slow. Looks a little bit better in blue. I think this is the chase camera. Which, wow, do you think we could get dizzy on this? I mean, literally. Damn thing's locked up again. I tell you, these capture cards are pieces of shit. As opposed to the other camera here. Oh, now we're off. See? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, can't play that on here. Let's see here. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and dock him up. All this camera stuff just makes me... I can't even see it now. It's going up off of the screen. Wow, it doesn't talk either. There we go.
Docking request accepted.
So I'm going to switch that back over to the old camera. I really hope that they fix all these camera issues before they force us into the new camera. You're looking. Flex says he's looking to get back into E, but he's not played for 6 or 7 years. You have so much new stuff to do. You're moving up from a tricycle to a full 10 speed, buddy. Okay. You know, the other camera does look a little bit better, but okay. Tighten the screws on the Caldari hanger. Yeah, the fixes, I usually skip through them pretty quickly. Okay, user interface, new camera. Fix an issue that could cause camera to spin wildly when looking at objects directly below or above you. Fixed how the camera bobbing setting would rotate the camera when 90-degree angle. Fixed jump animation being slightly off. Subsequent look commands. Same object will now toggle between that and your ship. Turning auto tracking on and off will now toggle tracking on the selected item. Both C and the select item track button work while in warp. Fixed camera center slider automatically moving the HUD. Fixed performance issues when locking multiple targets at once. Fixed zoom resetting upon ship destruction. Made the camera movement while performing the look at command more linear. They're like this far away from having the camera stuff right, but having that 5% that's not done really keeps me from using it. And so let me just give an example of that, and just say that you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you expect that when you get that sandwich, when it's done and you're eating it, that it's got like 2 pieces of bread and it's got peanut butter and jelly on it, right? Well, what if they only did it? What if they forgot one of the items? Let's just say they forgot the jelly. It looks normal when you first look at it. It looks like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But when you bite into it, you realize there's no jelly on it. It's just not quite right, is it? And that's how I feel about the camera. It's missing the jelly. So, thank God they're not forcing us to use it. Yeah. Tracking is now disabled while in camera mode. Camera will now switch to orbit mode when ships are destroyed. Okay. Yeah. PB&J becomes PBN. I mean, come on, folks. What the fuck is a PBN? Peanut butter jelly time. Yeah. To make the 95% analogy the best, it's like one of my kids, he never seems to be able to complete anything he's working on. And I kid you not. It's like simple things like we have some cats, changes the cat box. Except he forgets to put the cat box there. May have loaded it up, cleaned it out and everything, put new cat litter in it and stuff and everything. He just forgets to put the cat litter box back where it was. That 95% effectively is 0 because, cats can't get to the cat box. There's a problem. Okay. Taking care of a customer here real quick. Well, duck fart, I don't know what to say, buddy. Just about done. Okay. They corrected some grammar. Third-party development, the XML API. Okay, so this, for most of us, we don't know what this means, except the basically they've made a bunch of changes. They've added some new stuff into the API, but also they removed they removed some stuff as well, forcing us to do it a little bit different. And for sites like Eve Central and everything, I mean, let's see if it, you know, how well it's working.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Here are the Moa Gerstis skins. I think they've updated because they were able to update before this, and so I bought several of them at $1 million, and I sold one. I sold one of these at how much did I sell it for? $4 billion? I forget. But I had one of the first ones, and I sold it, and I didn't know. I thought it was an error. I didn't know that they were going to give them out to everybody. So anyway, let's see here. So Plex is at $1 billion. And it seems still work okay. But that was one of the things that was, they use the backend API stuff. So, and they removed one of the versions of Crest. So this is a bunch of programmer speak, which it's really great that CCP does this, because this is what allows us to have all of these external sites that that are so great. So, okay. So I seem to be getting okay FPS with some of the changes that I made. I'm still at full graphics. Now, I wonder, let's see, I don't have a refining character here. It's kind of like, well, maybe I should bring a refining character out here so I could test out some of the new refining stuff. I don't have a pause set up for it. I actually, this may sound pretty crazy, but, so I have a pause set up here, and I can tell you that I don't do much pause stuff, and so what I've been doing is I've been actually setting up shop at whatever system I'm in for the most part. You just go to really low use systems, and you can typically find a moon within a few minutes, set it up. You know, it takes you set up and tear down. You're at about 25 minutes all told. But, you know, when I have like 10 billion worth of ice sitting there, then, you know, I can compress all of it, and you compress it because if you don't compress it, then you can't fit very much in the reprocessing array. So that's interesting. Did you guys notice that? Look at the current prices here in JITA. And then we were looking at Eve Central. Their shit may be broken. This isn't right. April 27th, 1801. This isn't right. Reported time 10 hours ago. These changes broke their site. So, yep. Eve Central, their site's broken. Well, hopefully hopefully they'll update sometime soon. You guys want to see this bowhead out in space? Bowhead's a pretty cool ship. I don't know that do I have anything in it? I don't know if I do. Someone's targeting me. Yeah, I'm still really suffering on the frame rate. I'm really going up and down, up and down, up and down. It takes forever to target in this massive thing. I don't even know where it targeted at. A Reaper targeted me. Make bumps a lot. Yeah, he's working with the enemy. So, you can see how big it is here compared to the... I got somebody else targeting me now too. Compared to like this freighter. This is probably the biggest hauling ship there is. I think it is. I don't know by mass though whether or not it's bigger. People are targeting me because they're scanning me. This ship can get caught pretty easy. So you can see though, for a freighter, it has propulsion on it. But you don't necessarily use the propulsion for anything except for when you're jumping from gates. And there's a little trick where you do one cycle of your propulsion and you get jumped sooner, quicker. So this character right here is focused real heavily on industry and transportation. And so I'm able to fly 3 freighter types, jump freighter, one of the jump freighter types, and such. So anyway, that is a bowhead. I just really wish that there wasn't such frame rate problems out here. You know, maybe it's just the fact of there being just so many people here.
Warp drive active.
The trick is for entering warp, not from a station though. It's from only works on gates, because a station you already have velocity whenever you're exiting. And to get into warp, it's about the velocity that you're at to get into warp, as opposed to because you come out with some velocity, as opposed to a gate where you just appear. I never noticed that these things raise and lower on here. Kind of interesting. I'm still having all kinds of frame rate problem here. Yeah, quite a lot of lag. So I can, let me get pointed. Okay, so I'm going to tell it to dock over here. And I'm not moving right now, so basically I tell it to jump. And then I just click this, get it started, and let it do 1 revolution. Mind you, this is a freighter, and so I get into warp pretty quickly doing that. See how quickly I got into warp? I mean, it's hard to tell because I'm getting so much video lag. It's just really incredible how much video problems I have there. I don't have any other clients running. This is the only client running. Yeah.
Docking permission requested.
So you can get off a gate pretty quick, like 15 seconds. So, hey, we're gonna dock him up.
Docking request accepted.
Plex is about $1 billion right now. For the question of what is Plex currently costing. Okay, it looks like I don't have any ships on board. I don't use this very much, so but it's good for. So I have a fleet of miners. I have 5 miners, and the thing though is that if I'm taking my Orca with me, I can fit, I think, 4 or 5 of the mining ships in there, and in this I can fit 1.5 million cubic meters, which is I can't fit like a freighter in it, but I can fit, 3 battleships in it. So, okay, so we're gonna wrap things up. Got one last drawing to do. Exclamation point ticket space 1 or higher for a new account. Get in on that. And that's a lot of shuttles, yeah. So they're kind of flimsy though, so you don't necessarily take them out all over the place. Yeah, Plex. Eve Central's been broken for 10 or 11 hours. So we're gonna wrap things up tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna do something in Eve, and it's kind of a short show day. But we're gonna go out and have fun doing something. I'm just not sure what yet. Okay, I am writing up this, and it's a brand new account for Eve. Comes with 30 days prepaid. Comes with some mining equipment, a cerebral accelerator, and then your choice of one of the add-ons, which will be, let's see here, industrialist, colonist, explorer, or skirmisher. Had to think on it. If you are the winner, you have about a minute to answer. If you don't answer, you don't know, then I choose for you. Okay, final call. Get your tickets in. So tomorrow we're gonna do something that involves fighting. Maybe I'll jump down to a carrier and we'll take a look at it. See if I just gotta see if I have any fighters for it. Otherwise, I gotta figure out getting some fighters down to one of my carriers. But we could go out and blow out some sites in a carrier. See how that works out or doesn't work out. Okay, so I'm closing it now. And drawing. Forced air cooled. Congratulations, forced air cooled. You must live in a hot spot, a hot place. So, skirmisher, industrialist, explorer, or colonist. Your choice. Got about a minute to let me know. No Gitacam today? No. The yeah, I'm gonna work a little bit on my issues here, see if I can get stuff figured out for tomorrow. Because these frame rates are really bothering me. So forced air cooled. I'm about to pick for you. I had to figure out why my GPU is at 99% all the time. It's not fair. Okay, well, I'm picking for him. And you know what? I already have the document open for colonist. So that's what he's going to get. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be starting early, and we're ending a little bit early. So I have an appointment at noon here that I have to be available for, and I don't know how long it's going to take. So anyway, so thank you, everybody. Thanks. We're going to see you all tomorrow, and till then, fly safe.